Howdy guys, welcome back to The Exorcist. So for this video, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be doing one of the endings, which is the Goblin Cloak ending, which I talked briefly about in my last video. And that video was, I think, a month and a half ago, so quite a ways back. And I do apologize for not making videos faster for this series. I really want to get this one taken care of because there's a lot of other games I want to do, but I will finish this game first. So we're going to do the Goblin Cloak ending, and then we're also going to do a lot of other stuff I stumbled across. Now, this other stuff, I don't know if it leads to different endings or not, but I wanted to show it in this video because it does kind of play a role in the ending that I'm going to show. So first and foremost, we now have access to this room, and that's because I got these keys right here, crafted a bundle of secret chamber keys. And to craft these, just look for all the urns, you're going to have a couple items, and then find a whole bunch of spirit beads. And you can craft them no problem. So the thing about this room is all of these books give a little bit of backstory on Yuri and all the characters that go to this school. So it's pretty important, but not all too important, especially for the basic ending. But it does tie into this ending definitely. And if you talk to this bookcase right here, it's going to give you one of the pictures for your scrapbook, which I think I have about half the pictures now, so we still have a long way to go. And I'm not going to read these all because there's a lot of dialogue, and long story short, it's just a bunch of high school drama, to be honest with you. But I definitely read it if you're interested in the storyline. And I know I've complained about the English and tabom soft games, but it is much, much better compared to games like Hide and Seek or Deep Sea Girl. It's actually pretty readable. It's not too bad. So that's the first room we can unlock with those secret chamber keys, and there's going to be two more which I'm going to show in this video, which I think are much more interesting. But before we do that, there's two other things I'm going to do. So again, in my previous videos, I said there was something to do in these restrooms. And what you want to do is put on the Korean bridal mask and talk to, I think it's this one right here. Yeah, talk to the trash can with this mask on, and it's going to be a cutscene. Hey, are you dating with Surin? What? What do you mean? That's what I heard. Are you crazy? You don't believe it, do you? Well, who knows? You two are really close these days. Don't say that in front of Surin. Why? She'll beat you up. And me too. Okay. Surin likes somebody else. Really, whom? It's a secret, bro. So keep that in mind right there, because that character is going to be in this ending. Again, it's not mandatory, and I don't know if that action actually leads to further events that lead to a different ending, or if it's just filler. I really don't know. But here's the other little bit of information. I think it's this trash can right here. Yes, it is. I hate PE teacher. Why? He scolded me, saying my hair was too long. No wonder he's still not married. He's mean. Oh yeah, so Kyung-soo looked at me and smiled at the PE class. OMG, for real? Ha, he knows the beauty. Envy you. Okay, so not the best English, but you could at least understand what's going on. Wonder why he's got no girlfriend. You didn't know? He's dating with Surin. You're kidding. Well, it's true they're always together. What about Yuri? Doesn't she like Kyung-soo too? Well, she just got lead on. Poor Yuri. I know. And then right here, Yuri was listening the whole time. So just two little cutscenes. Like I said, I don't know if it serves any purpose, but they're there. And there may be more. I don't know if there's anything else to actually do with the bridal mask. I haven't stumbled across anything else. But take a look. I've actually crafted all possible items in this game, which, trust me, was no easy task, because I think you have to find like 500 of those fox beads, which takes forever. So, a lot of this stuff, I still don't know what all this stuff does. I mean, the beaker, the skull, I have no idea. I don't know where to use them, but I'll figure it out. I'll post it eventually. Like I said, I do plan on 100%ing this game. I just don't know how long it's going to take. So I've already done everything else up to this point. Oh, you know what? Before we proceed, let me just talk about the other two rooms. So again, for these two rooms, just use the keys, and that's going to be the secret chamber keys. Equip them, use them right here. And this room right here, it talks about the backstory of actually being an exorcist in this game. It's actually really all interesting stuff. It kind of gives a little bit of backstory on Woohie's job and Grim Reapers and different worlds and all this stuff. So read it if you want to, but it really does play a role in the storyline. And then there's also a picture too, right up here. So keep that in mind. And then there's one more room I'll show off. It's going to be right over here, all the way to the left. And that's going to be a lot of backstory for the main character, Woohie, which is really, really interesting. It's my favorite hidden room so far, hands down. It actually explains why she's so small. And I think I already explained, I didn't know how old she was, but somebody in the comments told me she was 21 or 22. But she looks like she's 12 because something happened to her that made her stay like that. And then this talks about she took a quest, and it just gives all the backstory on the priest and all the backstory on her. Again, read it if you want to. I'm not going to read it, but it's all really, really interesting stuff as far as Woohie's storyline goes. It's all in this room. And then let me just find the picture. There's the picture of Woohie right there. God, speaking of Woohie, her name, every time I hear her name, all I can think about is Mortal Kombat when that guy says Toasty. Go listen to it for yourself if you want to, but it's like once you hear it, you cannot unhear it. Just Google Mortal Kombat Toasty. You know what? Don't do that because it'll pretty much ruin it for you. It's so annoying. Anyways, enough about that. So, next thing to do is I already took care of everything as far as storyline goes. Where I left off in the storyline is we already taken care of the art room, the room right here, and then the next thing to do was just talk to this urn right here. Again, I've already showed this part, but this is just events leading up to the next storyline that I'm going to show. So one more thing too is I was almost 100% sure that what I would have to do with this gargoyle is attack him with my 3 tiger sword. But once you try to attack him, it says, Exorcist, it's too early for you to die yet. And then he just kills you, but luckily, you don't have to start over the game. It just gives you a little bit of a load screen. So it's, man, this gargoyle is still killing me. It's driving me crazy. I'll figure it out, but it's got to be something. You probably have to stun him or do something else before you actually hit him with the sword. And then it also talks about Woohie having the 4 tiger sword, but when you look at the item you crafted, it's just a 3 tiger sword. So I don't know if there's a way to power it up to the 4 tiger sword. I really don't know. And then again, I don't know if pushing him is mandatory or not. Anyways, don't stop moving once it's started. I've already explained this puzzle. It's pretty much the worst puzzle in the game. So the next thing to do if you want the ending with the Goblin Cloak is first thing you want to do is just put it on. And then like I think I explained, there's going to be a girl back on floor number 1. And if these stairs don't last forever, okay, so yeah, just talk to her. Oh, seriously, I'm still only on floor number 2. God, these stairs go on forever. So yeah, go back to the floor. Go back to the first floor. And then before we get to the ending, let me just talk really quick about all the items I have. So we still have all of these items, and I pretty much know what the Korean Bridal Mask does. It unlocks some of the stuff. I don't know if it leads to a different ending. I'm sure the Shaman spell does. But we still have the slates to do. We have to find 9 of them. I don't know where all of them are. I've found like 7 of them. So that's going to be another ending once I find all of those. And then I kind of know what to do with the MP3 player, the smartphone, and the earphones, but I don't know if that leads to a new ending. It just leads to more stuff to do, but I haven't got a new ending from it, so there's still going to be at least 3 or 4 different videos, and I don't know how many endings there's going to be altogether, but anyways, enough about that. I'll try to post these faster, too. I'll try to make these at least a week apart. So here we are back on floor number 1. Talk to this lady right here. How did you get here? And she is going to run off the screen, so next thing to do, it says she's scared. If you try to talk to her without the Goblin Cloak, she's going to run away. So just equip it on your item and use it, and then that's pretty much it. It's going to lead you to the next ending. So here we have Kyung-soo, and one of those ghosts charges him right here. And then here we have Haiju. Again, I'm probably butchering these names. I do apologize about that. Should be here somewhere. Why is the door locked? I'm so scared. Please, somebody help me. And then here we have, okay, so now we're talking to them. That's what happened. Sorry, I didn't want to scare you. I tried to talk to you, but you ran away. Help. What? Help me. Kyung-soo, it's all my fault. Okay, I'll help you. I was going to help you anyway, so don't worry. Thank you. It reminds me of the old days. So here we are back in the art room, and here we have Kyung-soo crucified on the wall. No, he's actually not dead. He's still alive, but it's kind of hard to interpret what's really going on here. Hey, don't get closer. Where am I? Yuri. Kyung-soo. So Yuri's kind of, I guess, the bad guy here. She kind of trapped him. I don't know. How can we get out of here? Aren't you scared? A little bit. But I don't want to get scared to make you scared. You know, sometimes people get more afraid when they see other people are scared. Yeah, thanks. That's what friends are for. What should we do now? What do you think? Yuri? Kyung-soo. Haiju. Haiju. Were you here too? No. What? What's going on here? My thoughts exactly. I'm not sure if I believe it, but Yuri made this place to trap you inside. Trap me? Haiju, don't you think you talk too much? I don't know how you got in, but I'll kill you since you came in here. And then she puts a heart after that. Yuri, what are you talking? Wait, are you taking your side? No, it's not like that. No, I don't believe anyone. No one. Yuri, are you okay? Yuri. Where am I? Are you okay, Kyung-soo? Yeah, I still have a headache, though. So that is pretty much it for that ending, then. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. No, I'm fine, and it's not your fault. So all of this is going to make more sense if you look in that first room I showed, and it's going to give all the backstory on all the students here. And then after that, it's going to say, thank you for saving my life. No problem. Go home. Your family must be worried about you. What about you, Miss Exorcist? I've got things to take care of. Okay, bye. Please be safe. So that was the Goblin Cloak ending, which, you know, it's better than the other one. And again, it definitely makes more sense if you read all that information in the first room. And then it says saturation after that ending, which I don't know why it says that, but where does that leave us? We still have a lot of stuff to do, and probably in the next episode, I don't know which ending I'm going to show. I'll probably just show whichever one I stumble across next, so I'm pretty close to figuring out what the MP3 player does, like I said, and that gargoyle is still driving me absolutely crazy. I don't want to look up to see how to do it. If anybody's waiting on these videos for an actual walkthrough, which I guess a lot of people are, there's other ones online, which I don't want to look at because I want to figure it out for myself. But, you know, if you're waiting on these videos, trying to figure out what to do, if you're stuck somewhere, there's other videos on Google. There's other things on search engines, so you can look it up if you need to. So I'll try to post maybe in a week or so. We'll see how it goes. But right now, my biggest focus is going to be finishing The Exorcist, finishing Hide and Seek, and then I'm also working on Lamia's Game Room. And then after that, I'll, I don't know, maybe take a break from horror games, but I guess we'll just play it by ear. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and thank you for watching.